Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take an in-depth look at the new Burrs set from Fellow. The last video that I did with the Ode, we did kind of an unboxing and a review, and we put it up against the Baratza Encore. The Ode grinded way quicker than the Baratza. The Ode is very quiet, especially compared to the Baratza, but the Ode didn't grind as fine as the Baratza, which for me, and actually a lot of people in the coffee community, was really concerned about this, because your pour over routine that you normally would be using is now, you basically had to throw it out the window, because now your coffee is being ground too coarse. I was getting a lot of coffee that was really under extracted, and I'm doing my normal 1:16 ratio that I always did with the Baratza, no matter what coffee it was. I always knew that around like the 10, 11, 12 dial on the Baratza Encore was the sweet spot. The Burrs just didn't grind fine enough. Even on their finest setting, we still were confused why this new Fellow Ode that has had all this hype cannot deliver the cup of coffee that we enjoy so much out of a V60, out of an AeroPress. So I messaged Fellow asking if there's anything I can do. Maybe I need to recalibrate it again in order to get the fine grind that I was really hoping for in this. And that didn't work. So basically I asked them if there's any like new Burrs coming out, because like I need to get a hold of some. I just purchased this quite expensive grinder here. Recalibrating didn't work. It kept giving me the coarse grind. So I expressed all this to Fellow, and it seemed like they heard from the community that everybody wanted Burrs that grinded finer, and that they're working on them. So I played the waiting game, and eventually they notified me when they were ready, and so I had to get them right away. So in the mail, they came, of course, a couple of weeks late because of the whole COVID stuff going on right now. Shipping's wild, but I finally got these Burrs in the mail. I've been so excited to make this video and just really to install these Burrs and really see if there was any change. And these Burrs are actually available right now on their website. I'll put the link in the description. This video isn't sponsored by Fellow at all. I'm not being paid to say this or promote where to find these Burrs. I just know that a lot of you, like me, were very confused why this incredible grinder couldn't grind as fine as it should. So that is in the description below. So here is the new Burrs and how to install them. So here they are, the new Burrs. You can't really tell the difference visually. Yeah, they don't look different. Obviously you can see that my old Burrs have a little bit of coffee grounds on them, but the new Burrs, I mean, they look identical basically to the old ones, which kind of has me nervous here. The team at Fellow said that they were redesigning these Burrs, and visually, I can't see anything. Maybe you can, but so far they look identical to the old ones. So before I actually installed these, I did a little test with the old Burrs, and so I put grounds in the grinder and went on the finer side of what this dial is capable of. So I started at a 1, then I went to a 1.2, and then I jumped up to a 2, 3, and then a 4. I wanted to see what the previous Burrs were capable of, and then after installing the new Burrs, I want to see if there's a difference at all. So now after installing the new Burrs, I did the exact same test with the exact same coffee and took photos in the exact same light on the exact same page. Sorry that it's not like the nicest little graph to measure ground size on, but this is what I came up with. The grind size did not look different at all. At this point, my heart kind of sank down and I'm like, great, got these new Burrs in the mail and now I can't even go finer than what I had previously had. How disappointing. So there was only one thing I could think of, and it would be to recalibrate the burrs. So I went ahead and did that. I'll link below how to recalibrate your burrs. It's just a video from Fellow. As I was recalibrating it, I noticed that the notch could go back like 4 more times before it starts chirping. And that kind of gave me hope. So immediately I put the grinder back together after recalibrating and did all the same tests. And here are those results side by side, all the way from 1 to 4. You can kind of see some similarities on the 1 setting. I do actually think that these new burrs are a little bit finer on the 1. Once you start getting to the 1.2, you see a more drastic change. And as you get further and further to the 2, to the 3, and to the 4, you can see that the old burrs got coarse real quick. And in the new burrs, you can see that they're consistently grinding finer than the old ones, which is extremely exciting. All I've wanted for this grinder is to grind fine, to grind quiet, and to grind fast. And now I have it. So of course I did these tests at nighttime, and I couldn't actually just make a cup of coffee because it would be like 9 p.m. and if I have coffee at nighttime, I'm not going to sleep. So I had to wait all night until the morning to brew my first cup of coffee with these new burrs installed, recalibrated, and ready to go. Immediately on the number 1 setting, and you guys, it tasted completely different than the old burrs were at the number 1 setting. I've had these burrs for about a week now, and I've noticed the fineness is about like 6 notches finer than they were before on the old burrs. These burrs are still the same 64mm burrs, but they apparently have been redesigned to grind 100 microns finer. I don't fully understand how microns work. Maybe you could let me know, but I can see, and most importantly, I can taste the difference from the old burrs to the new ones. And that is gonna change the game and the Ode's rep in the coffee community. Finally, we have burrs that aren't expensive. They're $40 that can grind the coffee that we all want. We only wanted it a bit finer, and that's exactly what we got. And that's all we need, really. We're not trying to do espresso at home on the Ode. Although on the SSP burrs, apparently you can go really fine, enough to grind for espresso. That's not what I'm doing at home personally, but those are available. They're just a little bit pricey. These new burrs really just deliver a clean, consistent grind at that finer setting that we've all been wanting. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I've made many cups with it so far, and every time I'm just relieved that I have these burrs now. I don't really go past 2. I can make a really nice cup of coffee at the number 2 setting. In order for me to do that on the old burrs, I would have to drop my ratio and just change a bunch of things in order for the old burrs to actually make the cup of coffee that I wanted. If you buy one of these machines from February 2021 and on from the Fellow website, you will be getting these new burrs in there. Otherwise, like I said, they are available on their website. So that's it. Quick and short video here today. I really hope that this video helps you realize that there is a solution to the old burr problem. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.